Imagine planting a seed in the ground. You don't see anything right away. There are no drums, no fireworks, no one standing beside you to applaud. But day after day, in silence, that seed quietly sprouts. It absorbs nutrients, stretches its roots, and gathers strength. Then one beautiful day, it breaks through the soil, rising strong. Everyone is astonished. Wow, has it really grown this much? Your success is just like that seed. It requires silence time to accumulate and the right environment to grow. The problem is most people aren't that patient. We're often too eager to announce to the world, I'm starting a business. I'm going to write a book. I'm changing my life. It sounds exciting. We get admiring looks, a few compliments. But here's the paradox. The more we talk, the less we act. The more we chase early recognition, the easier it is to lose true motivation. Over decades of working in business and personal development, I, Jim Rohn, have witnessed far too many cases like this. Brilliant ideas, big dreams, cut short simply because they were exposed too early. People gave away their energy in words instead of holding it to fuel action. In today's video, I want to share with you 7 rules to protect your dreams, nurture your focus, and most importantly, to let your success speak for itself. Because in the end, the world doesn't care what you say you will do. The world is only convinced by the results you actually produce. Rule 2, don't let the illusion of achievement kill your motivation. Have you ever received applause or compliments right after sharing your plans? For example, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the next 3 months, or I'm starting a new business project. Immediately, people around you nod cheer, maybe even clap. You feel amazing, don't you? That joy is like a shot of dopamine making you float as if you've already made great progress. But the harsh truth is, you haven't done anything yet. You've only spoken about it. This is a subtle trap that many fall into, the illusion of achievement. Our minds don't clearly distinguish between real action and merely talking about it. When you receive recognition from others, your brain records it as if you've already achieved part of the success. And then the true drive to act quietly fades away. Think about the person who constantly posts on social media about their plan to hit the gym. On day 1, they show off their new workout clothes. On day 2, they post a picture of their sneakers. On day 3, they write, tomorrow is the official start. Friends comment, awesome, you got this. But a week later, not a single workout has happened. The fake recognition has replaced real results. The same thing happens in business. I've met many young entrepreneurs who love to share their startup ideas at every gathering. They talk about the product that will explode the market or the app that will change the world. At first, listeners are excited, but gradually, when no concrete actions appear, doubts set in. Worse, the person sharing also loses faith in themselves because they've already tasted the mental reward that should only come with real success. Do you see the danger here? Early satisfaction kills true hunger. The more you talk, the more you burn the energy needed for action. Slowly, the inner fire dies out. So how do you avoid this trap? Very simple. Let silence protect your motivation. Instead of telling the whole world, write your plan down on paper and stick it somewhere only. You can see. Instead of chasing early recognition, turn every small step into a quiet victory. Every workout you complete, every page you write, every first customer you serve, that is the real evidence. I want you to try a small exercise. Recall the last time you publicly shared a plan but didn't follow through. How did you feel afterward? Disappointed, embarrassed, maybe even doubting yourself? That's the effect of the illusion of achievement. It robs you of credibility with others and with yourself. On the flip side, try doing something without telling anyone, then completing it. That moment when you look at the result, a notebook filled with pages, a healthier body, or a growing savings account, you'll feel real pride. It doesn't need applause lights or a stage. It comes from knowing you did it, and that kind of pride lasts far longer than any quick compliment. Don't let temporary recognition make you stop. Let the final result be your only reward. That is how you escape the illusion and keep your fire burning strong. Ask yourself today, do you want to feel good from a few compliments or proud because of a real result? The choice is in your hands. And only when you choose action over illusion will you truly step onto the path of success. Rule 3, guard your energy. Protect the inner fire. Imagine your motivation as a flame. When you keep it in a sheltered fireplace, the flame burns warmly, steadily, ready to heat the entire room. But if you take it outside in the wind, just one cold gust can easily blow it out. Your dreams and plans are the same. If you expose them too soon, you're letting the winds of the outside world extinguish your inner fire. Every time you tell someone about your goals, part of your mental energy leaks out. You think sharing will give you more motivation, but the truth is often the opposite. Instead of keeping all your focus for action, you've used up energy to explain, defend, and justify your ideas against others' reactions. And so instead of fueling action, you burn it up in words. I've seen many ambitious people trapped in this cycle. They share their dreams with 10 friends and receive 10 different opinions, some praise, some doubt, some warn of risks. The result, the once bright flame gets surrounded by gusts of wind. That person loses direction, becomes confused, even discouraged. You must remember mental energy is your most precious resource. It's not unlimited. Each day you only have a certain budget of energy. If you spend it on talking too much, explaining too much, or fighting off too much doubt, you'll have nothing left for action. Learn to protect your energy like an athlete before a big competition. They don't waste time boasting or debating. They stay quiet, rest, and keep their mind and body in the best condition, because they understand at that moment no words have the same value as one breakthrough performance on the track. I once saw this firsthand. A friend decided to transform his health. Instead of loudly announcing it, he quietly set a goal to run 3 kilometers every morning. At first, he told no one. He just woke up early and ran. After a month, his body had changed noticeably. When friends asked, he simply smiled and said, "I've been training every day." At that moment, no promises were needed. The change in his eyes, body, and energy was the clearest proof. He kept his flame alive because he didn't let the outside winds blow it out. Try making this your rule. Only share your plans once you've made real progress. If you want to write a book, finish at least a few chapters before telling anyone. If you want to start a business, have a prototype before announcing it. That way you not only protect your flame, but also have tangible results to silence doubt. Motivation is the spark, but discipline keeps it burning. And for discipline to last, you must reserve your energy for action, not waste it on endless talk. Pause and ask yourself, are you fueling your inner fire with action or exposing it to the wind with words? If you want your dreams to grow strong, put them inside a safe greenhouse where only you and your quiet actions nurture them. When the flame is big enough, when the seedling is strong enough, then you can bring it into the light. And by then, the world will be astonished at the strength you've been building all along. Rule 4, avoid the shadows of doubt and envy. There's one thing you need to accept. Not everyone will support your dreams. Sometimes even the people closest to you may plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They might not say directly you'll fail, but just one skeptical look or a question like, "Are you sure?" or "That sounds too risky," is enough to shake your confidence. Doubt is like a shadow. It doesn't always show itself clearly, but it follows you with every step. And that shadow can creep into your thoughts, making you wonder, can I really do this? Is this idea too far-fetched? Once you let that darkness of doubt seep in, your inner fire quickly gets suffocated. And doubt isn't the only enemy. There's also envy. Some people, instead of being happy when they see you moving forward, feel uncomfortable. Your ambition reminds them of the things they never dared to pursue. Envy doesn't always reveal itself in words. It can show through forced smiles, sarcastic comments, or even cold silence. But its effect is clear. It drains your energy and weakens your confidence. I once knew a young entrepreneur full of ideas and passion. But every time he shared his plans with a group of friends, he got waves of discouragement. That industry is too risky. Everyone's doing it. It'll be hard to succeed. Or, I know someone who tried and failed badly. At first, he laughed it off, but over time, those words sank into his mind. He began doubting himself, slowing down, and eventually giving up. Not because his idea wasn't good, but because the shadows of doubt and envy devoured his ambition. So how do you protect yourself from these shadows? The answer is, share selectively. Only share your plans with those who can truly lift you up, maybe a mentor, a trusted friend, or an advisor who's already walked the path you're on. And even with them, you don't need to reveal every detail, just enough to get guidance or encouragement, nothing more. Remember, one word of doubt can kill an entire fragile dream. Like a young seedling, if it's trampled before it takes root, it will never grow into a tree. So shield your dreams from the shadows until they're strong enough to stand tall. And here's something even more important. Learn to tell the difference between genuine advice and negative doubt. A real mentor points out the path, warns of dangers, but still inspires you to keep moving. In contrast, someone spreading doubt only erodes your belief without offering any solution. Ask yourself in this journey, who am I allowing to influence my dream? Do they truly want me to succeed, or do they just want to pull me down to feel safer themselves? The answer will tell you who deserves to hear about your plans. Rule 5, momentum only comes when you stay quiet and work. Have you noticed how a train starts moving? At first it crawls forward slowly, heavily, as if it will never pick up speed. But as it keeps rolling, wheel after wheel turning, it gradually gains incredible power so strong that nothing can stop it. That is momentum, the forward force that builds over time. And in life, momentum only shows up when you keep taking action, not when you sit around talking about what you plan to do. I once had a friend who dreamed of writing a book. He didn't announce. His plan didn't show off on social media, didn't even tell his friends. Instead, he set a clear goal: write 500 words every day, no matter how he felt. Day after day, in silence, he typed line after line. 6 months later, a complete manuscript was finished. When he finally shared it with a few close friends, they were stunned. When did you do this? His silence protected, his rhythm preserved his momentum, and the result was a real book. On the other hand, I knew someone else who also wanted to write a book. But instead of writing, he spent most of his time talking about his idea, asking for feedback, discussing with one person after another. Each conversation made him feel excited, almost like he had already accomplished something. But the truth was, the more he talked, the less he wrote. And in the end, that book remained only in his head, never on paper. The lesson here is clear momentum doesn't come from conversations. It comes from action, small steps repeated consistently, over and over. Imagine you want to improve your health. If you spend hours making workout plans, posting online, or discussing with friends, but skip your first session, you'll never build momentum. But if you wake up, put on your shoes, run 10 minutes today, 15 minutes tomorrow, 20 minutes, the next momentum starts to build. It pulls you further each day, like a train gaining unstoppable speed. The problem is when you share your plans too early, you break this rhythm. You shift focus from doing to explaining. You interrupt the flow with unnecessary conversations. And just like a train that keeps stopping to announce where it's headed, you lose speed, lose drive, lose momentum. Momentum also brings another crucial benefit: real confidence. Each time you take action, no matter how small, you strengthen your belief, I can do this. But when you only talk without doing, that confidence never forms. You stay stuck in the land of maybe instead of crossing into actually. Ask yourself in the dream, I'm nurturing. Am I building momentum with steady action or breaking it with unnecessary words? If you're serious, set one concrete action goal each day. Write one page, call one customer, save a small amount of money. Exercise for 20 minutes. Don't announce it. Don't wait for applause. Just do it. And let momentum push you forward day by day. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And it's those repeated quiet actions that build the strongest bridge. Momentum doesn't come from noise, it comes from silent persistence. So instead of stopping to tell others what you'll do, keep moving. And one day when you look back, you'll see you've gone so far that even you will be surprised. And the world will ask in amazement, when did you do all this? Rule 6, the power of unexpected results. Have you ever seen someone quietly working for a long time, then suddenly showing up with an achievement that left everyone stunned? That is the power of unexpected results, a force that inspires awe and respect far more than any declaration ever could. When you keep your plans private, you're silently accumulating. Every step, every hour of work, every practice session is a brick in the foundation of your success. No one knows, no one's watching, and that's your advantage. Because when you finally reveal your achievement, it strikes like lightning in a clear sky, sudden, powerful, and impossible to ignore. I remember a farmer in the Midwest of the United States. He didn't boast, didn't brag that he was going to transform his farm. He simply studied, applied new methods, and cared for each plot of land. When harvest season came, the entire village was amazed. His yield and quality far surpassed everyone else's. When asked for his secret, he just smiled and said, I worked when no one was watching. His silence made him a role model, and his unexpected results became living proof of the power of action. On the other hand, I've also seen people who talk endlessly about their plans. They share every detail, every step, every goal, but because everyone already knows, when results don't come as promised, people feel disappointed, even lose respect. Instead of admiration, they create doubt. It damages their credibility, and sometimes they no longer have the courage to continue. Unexpected results not only inspire others, they also give you a psychological advantage. When you don't need to announce anything, you remove the pressure of proving yourself too soon. You have space to experiment, adjust, even fail in silence. And then when the final result arrives, it makes a powerful impact. Others admire you, and you feel true pride for walking the path without needing early recognition. Think of artists who release surprise albums, entrepreneurs who launch products no one saw coming, or athletes who train quietly and then win big. Those moments carry far more weight than loud promises. Why? Because people are naturally drawn to surprise. And when that surprise is built on real results, it not only impresses, it secures lasting respect. I want you to reflect if you worked silently for the next 6 months and then suddenly unveiled your achievement. How would it feel? Not only would you feel proud, but those around you would also be amazed and inspired, because they wouldn't just hear you say, they would see you do. Let your results be the loudest voice, and that voice will carry farther than any promise, especially when it arrives at the moment no one expected. Rule 7, let results be the strongest advertisement. In today's noisy world, everyone wants attention. People hang banners, run ads, and post endlessly on social media. But there's something more powerful than all those marketing methods' real results. When you achieve something, you don't need to say much. Others will speak for you. Like a beautiful flower, it doesn't knock on doors asking people to admire it. It simply blooms at the right time, and naturally, everyone passing by stops in awe. Your success works the same way. It is the most persuasive advertisement without a single word. I once knew a man who worked quietly. No one knew what he was preparing. No one noticed the late nights or early mornings. But one day, he appeared with a finished product, a fully launched project. At that moment, he didn't have to call anyone to brag. I did it. The result itself spoke louder than anything else, carrying 100 times more weight than words ever could. On the other hand, there are those who can't stop talking about their dreams. They market their ideas when nothing has taken shape, yet boast about plans before taking a single real step. But that often backfires. Because when no results appear, all that self-promotion turns into empty promises, and people begin to doubt, even lose trust. Results are the strongest brand you can build. They don't need posters. They don't need slogans. Once you achieve something the world remembers. Think about the entrepreneurs, artists, or athletes you admire. The reason they're remembered is not what they once promised, but what they actually accomplished. When you let results speak for you, you also build lasting credibility. Trust doesn't come from clever words or big promises. It comes from doing what you said you would do. Each completed goal adds one more point to your credibility. Over time, people will believe in you with just a glance, no explanation needed. Now think about this. If you worked quietly for a year, then came forward with a functioning business, a stronger body, or a new skill, what would happen? You wouldn't need to convince anyone. People would ask on their own, how did you do that? And in that moment, your results become the strongest advertisement, inspiring others without you spending a single dollar on marketing. Results are the most trustworthy voice. That's right. Words can spark excitement for a moment, but only results build lasting trust. Pause and ask yourself today, am I letting words or results represent me? Do I want people to remember me for what I promised or for what I actually achieved? The answer will guide you. And if you choose action, if you choose to let results be your strongest advertisement, you'll find you don't need to chase attention. Attention will find you. Let your actions speak. We've just walked through 7 rules. 1, action matters more than words. 2, don't let the illusion of achievement kill your motivation. 3, guard your energy. Protect the inner fire. 4, avoid the shadows of doubt and envy. 5, momentum only comes when you stay quiet and work. 6, the power of unexpected results. 7, let results be the strongest advertisement. Each rule is like a brick, and when you lay them together, you build a solid foundation for your career, your relationships, and the life you want. Remember, this world is already too noisy. People talk a lot, promise a lot, but do little. You don't have to follow that path. You can choose the path of silence, persistence, and steady action. Success doesn't need a stage fireworks or cheering crowds. Success only needs you working day after day, moving forward and letting the results speak for themselves. Pause and ask yourself, today am I talking more or doing more? If the answer makes you uneasy, don't worry. Because every day is a new opportunity to start again. You can choose silence, focus, and action from this very moment. If you can master one day, you can master your entire life. Success doesn't come from grand plans spoken out loud, but from small actions done consistently. If you protect your dreams in silence, if you keep the fire burning inside instead of exposing it too soon, one day you'll surprise the whole world with your results. And when that day comes, you won't need to say, I promised I would do this. Because everyone will already see that you did. That is the greatest reward. Not recognition from empty words, but respect earned from real actions. If these principles resonate with you, I invite you to like this video to spread the message. Subscribe to the Jim Rohn Treasures channel to continue this journey of personal growth with me. And leave a comment. Of the 7 rules today, which one will you apply first? Remember, you and I both hold the gift of today.